Hey, to start off the LearnDash section, let me go over what LearnDash does, particularly in light of what Memberium does. Now, Memberium provides protection. It enables the login features so that only people that are registered in Infusionsoft and have access to different membership levels are allowed to see the course material that's housed inside of LearnDash. So that's one part. We don't have to talk about that anymore. Now, what LearnDash provides you, first of all, is a course structure. So you have the concept of a course, a lesson, and topics. And those are a hierarchy, just like they would be in a book table of content. So, let's say the book is at the top, the lessons are the chapters of the book, and the topics would be sections within the chapters. You don't have to use the topics if you don't want to. One thing to keep in mind is you can rename the words courses, lessons, and topics to anything you like. There's a feature for adding, you could make it books, chapters, subchapters. You can make it courses, modules, and something else. So it provides you with that hierarchy. So let me share my screen here, and let me show you exactly what that looks like. So here is someone logged in. They have access to all three courses. And course 1 is a LearnDash course. Course 2 is a LearnDash course. Course 3 is not a LearnDash course. Now, let me look into this one here. This is a course that I built, formatted so that it fits into the way a LearnDash course would look. And so here you have overview, you have a lesson, and you have lesson 2. Now, in order for me to get this page to work, I had to create individual pages, and then I had to interrelate the pages. So in order to do that, what I did is I created a sidebar, and then I created a menu. And every time I add a new lesson here, I've got to go to the lesson menu, and then I've got to add it and make sure that it's showing up on all the sidebars for all those pages. If I go and I create a topic or a lower level, I've got to then do that as well. So it's very doable. We used, before LearnDash, we were building Memberium sites with this sort of feature, but you had to work at it. So let me show you exactly how you would do it instead in LearnDash. So in LearnDash, I'm over here and I'm logged in as an administrator, and I'm going to go into the menus, and I'm just going to go into course number 1. Now, if I go over here as a user and I look at course number 1, you can see that I've got a lesson 2, I added a quiz, and then I've got an overview page. The overview page shows the sidebar. It also has this menu at the bottom, and you'll see the progress indicators, because in this case, I went through the program. If I look over here for course number 2, I haven't stepped through as a member. So down here, these are not marked off, and there's no quiz in this one. So if I look over here in the sidebar menu for LearnDash, you'll see I have courses, lessons, and topics. I also have quizzes. So if I go under courses here, I see over here in the associated context, I see the hierarchy. So if I want to go to lesson 2, I can go right to it. This alone makes things kind of easy because you can keep everything nicely organized. Now let's say I want to add a new lesson. All I need to do is go lesson, and I'll name this one lesson 3. I'll go down farther on the page here, and I'll select the course that it's associated with. So I'll associate it to course 1. To make it look nice, I'm going to go over here to the sidebar, and I'm going to add the course 1 sidebar. Do I need to do that? Yes, I do. I just need to have the sidebar. And then I'm going to turn off comments just because that'll get kind of annoying. So I'm just going to save that. So all I did is create one lesson. And now if I refresh this page, oh, this isn't lesson 2. Let me go to lesson 1. You'll see that just by adding that, now the menu is updated, and down here, the lesson is added as well. And because I haven't taken this course, or I haven't visited this lesson, it doesn't show the progress indicator. Now, if I wanted to come up and just add a topic, so I'm just going to add a topic. I have no topics defined in this site yet. So this is going to be lesson 2, topic 1. So now I'm going to go down here and I'm going to say, hey, this is associated with course number 1, and I'm going to associate it with lesson 2. I'll do the same thing over here. I'll make sure that I put a sidebar on it. And let me make sure that I can't do comments on it, because that'll just make it look ugly. And there you go. I'm going to publish that. So just by adding the topic, if I go back to the course and I do a refresh, you'll see that here under lesson 2, we have the topic. So this is one nice feature about LearnDash, is that it takes care of the course structure and the hierarchy. Now, the other thing it does is it adds course function. So we've already seen that we've got progress indicators, and these progress indicators come in automatically. Now let me go over to the course configuration page. So I'm going to go back over here to LearnDash, and I'm going to go into the courses. And I'm going to go to this course number 1. Now, I have turned off what keeps lessons closed, or like a prerequisites feature. So here's the course page. Let me wait until it finishes refreshing the page. It takes a little while. Okay, I'm going to go down the page here. Now, I have disabled lesson progression, which means the minute someone is allowed into a course, they can see the whole thing. So I'm going to turn that off. And I'm going to log in as another user that hasn't gone through this yet. So I'm going to log out here, and I'm going to log in with someone that has access to that course but hasn't taken the course yet. So I'll jump in here, and you'll see I've got the hierarchy like I want. And now I'm going to try to go to lesson 2. Now, because I haven't completed lesson 1, it's saying, hey, please go back. You've got to finish the previous lesson. So I'll go back to lesson 1. I'll go look through it. Now, we could have put a quiz here, meaning that I can only go to lesson 2 after I pass a quiz. But right now I don't have one, so I'm just going to use the standard mark complete. And what does that do? It allows me into lesson 2. It basically opens up lesson 2. Now, if I go back to the course overview, you'll see that it marked this lesson complete, and now I can go to this one. But if I try to go to lesson 3, I'm locked out. So that's a feature that LearnDash provides. So those are the 2 things that LearnDash provides by itself: the course structure and then learning features. And by the way, the learning features also includes adding lessons, which can be simple to very complex. Throughout it, you can use it to enforce course progression so that people can move along. In the next lesson, I'm going to show you what Memberium does to add or complement LearnDash. And in there, we're going to talk about some of the overlap, because LearnDash by itself will enable people to buy courses. And that's where I think some people get confused, because they're not sure, should I do this with Memberium or for LearnDash? We'll clarify that in the next one.